Back door goes Kobe. Into Fry. Missed the shot. Rebound Roy. 5 seconds. Brandon to Rudy. Rudy hit hard. Down he goes. And Fernandez may be hurt. And Roy is going to take out Ariza. And here we go. Now Roy is squaring up with Odom. And watch Channing Fry and Ariza down they go by the bench.
Yeah, you see the Lakers, you can't try to injure somebody.
And Roy can go right at Ariza. And now Ariza being held back, and Rudy needs help as he is hurt on the baseline.
The Blazers are in no mood to have someone from the Lakers injure one of their players.
This happened last year. Blazer doctors hustle on the floor as Fernandez went down hard. That'll likely be a flagrant 2 at the very least.
It better be. Boy, he went down hard.
They're checking Rudy's neck on the baseline.
Man. They're asking if he has feeling in his face. And,
As you see the officials, when the play happened, hustled over to Fernandez. And this has got to be a flagrant 2.
They can talk about it all they want. They got to come up with a flagrant 2. Boy, this was.
Take a look at it from behind.
Oh man, hit him right in the neck.
You know, and you look at it on replay again, and that's that he.
Well, he swung at the ball, but I don't care what you swing at. He hit him in the head with it and knocked him off balance.
Well, it's a tough fall.
I don't care what you say. He swung at. And
look at Lamar Odom come off the bench, the tough guy that he always is against Portland, and he's off the bench, and that may get him a suspension.
Absolutely.
And I don't think anything was thrown. It was all a bunch of just coming chest to chest. But you come off the bench like Lamar Odom did, that's a suspension automatically. Now here's Roy. And Roy talking about being the physical leader of this team, going after Ariza.
Well, that's a UCLA Washington Husky. It goes way back, that rivalry. Boy, and the doctor, there's Don Roberts. And there's Reese.
Dr. Reese is there as well.
Dr. Roberts, the 2 Blazer doctors, and they haven't tried to.
They're going to get the board.
Yes.
Just in case.
And there's Jeff Clark. Jeff Clark saying, get the stretcher and get the neck braces. Saying.
Flagrant 2, so an ejection for Ariza. They're going to get the neck board for Rudy Fernandez as Dr. Reese runs across the floor. And the awkwardness of the fall that Fernandez took, it almost looked like a shoulder or an arm. Now watch the Blazer coaches in situations like this. Assistant coaches are trained to keep your players on the bench. And the Blazer assistant coaches grabbing the Monty Williams, making sure no one leave the bench area.
Yeah, Maurice Lucas and Monty Williams.
As here comes the neck board for Fernandez.
Yeah, that's where he swung at the and you don't care what they do. If they swing and they hit somebody's head, knock them off balance.
In a vulnerable spot, and that's what Fernandez was in, a vulnerable position. You know you're going to take a guy down.
He didn't get hurt from hitting the ground. He got hurt from the blow from Ariza.
And the last time the Lakers were in town, another loss to Portland. It was Lamar Odom with the questionable hit on Brandon Roy that nearly hurt Roy. And when he held on to the arm following through on Fernandez, that's what hurt Rudy. Now, what concerns me is the right arm and shoulder. It came down almost behind Fernandez. But when you follow through on the hit and grab a wrist, that's what caused Rudy to fall and hurt himself. And Robert's still talking to Fernandez, and I think he's still pointing to that right side. And Brandon Roy going right to Ariza. And Aldridge in there as well. And now here comes Lamar Odom off the bench. Now that's a suspension in the NBA.
Lamar Odom is off the bench, and that's what they're looking for right now. They're not looking for the injuries. They're looking for who came off the bench. And Lamar Odom stepped out on the court.
And the crime of this is going to be, obviously, in a situation like this, is Rudy Fernandez is significantly hurt. As he got ahead of the pack, the Lakers, of course, are.
See, right there, he's out there. And
look at Outlaw come in behind on Josh
I don't care
Powell.
if you're a peacemaker or not. He's bumping Brandon Roy right there.
Another crowd giving their 2 cents, and they're bringing a stretcher onto the floor for Fernandez.
See, and that's what they're looking at. The refs are looking at that right there. We have a monitor of what the referees are looking at, and they're not looking at what the people at home are looking at. They're looking at to see who came off that bench.
And there's the foul against. He was the clear out on Ariza, the pullback. That is an automatic flagrant 2.
Absolutely. And I don't think that's in question. I think I'm looking at what the ref's looking at another monitor, and they're looking at who came off the bench, who was pushing, was there a punch thrown. That's what they want to, and they can examine that. Brandon Roy and Travis Outlaw walking away in that camera shot.
Of course, is
now they came over. The Lakers came over right there.
As Pau Gasol is such good friends with Rudy Fernández. Of course, played on the Spanish national team together for the gold medal against the United States. So concern on Pau's face, to be sure.
You watch that one. I'm going to watch what the referee's watching, and I'm going to call what he's calling. And he did take a good look at everybody that was involved in the fight. You can't see.
And this is, see, the right arm is what comes back. It looked like it was the right arm or shoulder or rib cage on the right side of Fernandez. And I mean, again, we're speculating to watch the replay.
Well, we know what's going to happen there. It's
that was
flagrant 2.
Well, the question, I'm talking about injuries on Rudy.
Oh,
is as far as he came down, it looked the right side when that arm came down and that shoulder. And there you see Roy come in and not want it with Ariza. Ariza nearly cocks and throws there on Roy. And so does Powell as Outlaw comes through. And the odd thing was, the last year when these teams had the same kind of an incident, it happened on the exact same spot on the floor, right in front of the Laker bench. And that was when Roy was taken down in somewhat the same fashion. In a game Portland also was leading in by Lamar Odom. And it was one of these same deals where you chest up and nothing is really thrown. But look at Ariza still on the other replay getting excited about it. Now they're going to.
Well, there's 2 guys they're going to look at. Powell and Ariza, as we see. There's the referees looking at another situation while they take
Fernandez
Rudy off the floor. And I'll tell you what, that's just a shame. I mean, you know, there's 3 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter, and he's going in for a layup.
In a 30-point game.
Yeah, in a 30-point game. There's no need to do it. And the delay is not only Rudy, it's Dick Bavetta looking at all the action.
I think they're trying to see if anybody threw as well. As you saw Ariza cock a couple of times to throw. There's Odom.
Yeah, Odom was out, and they're looking at Josh Powell, too.
And they're looking for technicals as well as who helped out. Of course, Roy was there, Outlaw was there, Aldridge came in, and Pau Gasol there trying to play peacemaker. So was Jordan Farmar, and Kobe there as well.
What I don't like is Ariza not only hit Rudy, now he's trying to get in it with all the other Blazers. What's the action?
And that is kind of the disappointing part, is you got to know when you commit a foul like that, what exactly has happened, and to think the opponents are not going to be upset at you, and to go back at the players who are upset, that's the silly part in Trevor Ariza's case.
Well, Lamar Odom definitely came off the bench, so we know that.
There's the Blazer team in the huddle, saying a little prayer for Rudy Fernández right now, as a lot of people are in this building. Pau Gasol is himself.
That's how close this Blazer team is. Man.
Still waiting on Fernandez. As Blazer team doctors, boy, they sit up in the stands. I don't know how Dr. Roberts and Reese made it to the court that quickly.
Well, they're there. Every game Reese right there.
Yes. Making sure that Rudy is fastened in. And team trainer Jay Jensen there as well. Flagrant 2 foul stands. Aldridge gets a technical. Outlaw gets a technical. Josh Powell gets a technical.
Well, that's what I thought. They looked at him very carefully.
And Odom will most likely get the suspension for coming off the